Hello, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. I thought this week, one of the things I might do is take a look at some of the practical, basic advice that we're given in Scripture on how to live. I love the letters of Paul. Almost all of Paul's letters will spend the first half talking about marvelous, deep thoughts about God, theology, just philosophy. He talks about things that call to mind deep study and conversation. But then at the end of his letters, he always just puts this real practical advice. Normal, everyday stuff. And if you're reading the letters of Paul, you might get a little bogged down at the beginning and never get to the stuff at the end. So I want to start this week by looking at 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11. Now we call it 1 Thessalonians because Paul wrote two letters that we know of to the Thessalonian church. And historically that we've called them first and second, but truth be told, we don't know which one he wrote first. So that's just an aside. But once you get through all of his talking about death and what it entails and how the second coming of Christ will happen and hadn't happened yet and all of these types of things, he gets very practical. And in verse 11 of chapter 5, he tells us to encourage one another, to build each other up. I love that advice. That's my thought for the day. Today, I'm going to find several people. I think I'm going to pick 3, but maybe there'll be more than that. But 3 people that I can encourage and build up. Maybe I do it by sending them a text. Maybe I do it with a phone call. Maybe it's an email. Maybe I just drop something by their front door. Maybe I think of some way to build them up and encourage them with an understanding of the fact they're loved by God, loved by me. So many people in this world need to be built up. We need to be in the business of encouraging and building each other up. A very wise man, a preacher, Bill Love, of mine when I was a younger person, was around someone who was constantly building their kids up. And he was talking to me about it and he said, that's a good thing. And I said, yeah, but like all the time? He said, Mark, the world tears people down. We need to be in the business of building them up. And I think he was right. So I'm going to grab this verse today. I'm excited to share other verses with you this week. But today, commit with me. Let's pick out at least 3 people that we are deliberately going to encourage and build up. Not only will our day be brighter, but theirs will as well. And that's your video thought for the day.